Hello, this is Brent with MB Intel, and I'm here to go over in this video our Sample Fire Department Virtual Community Risk Reduction Statistical Report. Now what this is this is the Fire Department report based on your survey. So obviously on this report, the first thing that would happen is you would be sent a link, and you would click on that link and you would be requested for a password. You need to enter a password before you're able to get to your report. That way we're protecting all of your information. The other thing that you're going to see is right now it says Sample Fire Department. Obviously this would have the name of your fire department. It's really important to take a look at your date range. So when you subscribe with your Virtual Community Risk Reduction program, you are subscribing for a 1-year period. During that 1-year period, you get 4 quarterly reports as well as 1 annual report. And it's important to be able to take a look at things over time. That way you can see if you're improving and what tweaks you need to make to your community risk reduction program. Obviously, this is the generic logo. This would be the logo of your department and then your name here as well. As we scroll down, you can see that for this particular report, there's 56 participants that have taken the survey. So it's going to let you know how many people have actually taken your survey, and you can base your decisions on that. So for every question category, there's going to be a black line, and I'll explain that as we go a little bit farther. But what that is you can have as many questions as you want within a category, okay? And for smoke alarms, we chose to only have 1 on this report. And that question is, does your home have a working smoke alarm? And they could say yes or no. So this graph tells us the percentage overall of everyone that responded. So 79% of this jurisdiction said that yes, I do have a working smoke alarm versus 21% who said no. There's a couple of other different ways that you can see it. Let me click on see statistics first. What this does is this breaks down that question into the different geographical areas that you chose at the beginning. So remember, for this survey, we just broke it down by the states within the United States. You're going to break it down however you want. It could be Fire Station 1, Fire Station 2, Fire Station 3, Fire Station 4, Voter District 1, District 2, District 3, or if you're a larger organization, by city, or however else you want to break it down. But this way, it gives me the opportunity to see where I'm lacking or where I'm doing really well. So if this were Fire Station 1, 2, 3, 4, I can see that Fire Station 1, 37% do not have a working smoke alarm versus Fire Station 4 that has 6% that do not have a working smoke alarm. So if I were to choose where I was going to put my efforts, now I know which station I should be putting it at, or which city, or which voting district, however it is you chose to set it up. It also is broken down by city. So if you're a department that has multiple cities within their jurisdiction, it'll break it down that way as well. When you're going back, always use the go back button. Do not use your browser go back button. The other way that we can take a look at our smoke alarm question is we can actually see it on a map. So obviously this is a very large map, a map of the United States. But what that does is it clusters them into different areas. So remember, on your survey, they have the opportunity to put their address in there if they choose. We don't require it. But if they choose, it makes it very easy for you to be able to see. So let me click on this cluster here to take a look. So we can see that there are various people that have taken the survey. So if this was your jurisdiction, now you would know that this person said no, they don't have a smoke detector. This person said yes. And the closer you get, you could actually give this to your firefighters, a list, and say, hey, go to the houses that have said no, and that way we can give them a smoke alarm for their house. Okay. So again, hit the go back button. And it does that for every single question in your survey. So here is another section heading. We have carbon monoxide detectors with only 1 question in it again. 64% of people said, yes, I do have a CO detector versus 36 that said no. I can go back, I can see my stats, and I can see that breakdown and see if there is anywhere that needs particular attention. Let's keep on going down. So this is what I was talking about with you could have multiple questions within one section. So within the escape plan section, this particular survey has 3 different questions. They're all going to be included in the escape plan section, and they all show all of that same information, same breakdowns. Okay, so for escape plans, the first page shows us the overall. This one breaks it down by however we want. So 47% states Q through Z do not have an escape plan for their home versus states N through P have 100%. Okay, and again, think of these however you want them broken up, by fire station, voter district, zip code, city, whatever it may be. We're going to use the go back button. So for every question, we can see that we have that. So obviously fire sprinklers, that's a big one. 89% said, no, I do not have fire sprinklers versus 11 that did overall. Where it gets really interesting for you as well, obviously we want to be able to see those graphs. We want to be able to make those good decisions. But here at the bottom, we have the opportunity to download this as a PDF, or I can download the information as a CSV file. And I'm going to go ahead and go over that. So when I click download as a CSV file, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And what this does is this opens it up into an Excel spreadsheet or any other spreadsheet that you're looking for. So what this is this is all of the raw data, all the raw information. So this is my smoke alarm section. Question, section 1, question 1. So this is that question that says, do you have a working smoke alarm in your house? Okay. You can see who answered no, where it was, and this is where the addresses come into play. Okay. So now I have a list. So now I can do a query of give me all of the addresses of those people who said they do not have a working smoke alarm in their house. I can print that list of all of those people that said, no, I do not. And now I can either mail them a smoke alarm. If I have a smoke alarm program, I can have one of the local engine companies stop by at their home, make an appointment with them, stop by to install one, or any number of things. So for each one of those questions, I can break down into lists. That way I have a pre-qualified list of people that I'm working off of, rather than just kind of going out and knocking on doors, trying to get this information. So all of this information is at your fingertips. So as you can see, for every single person that gave me a response, now I know how I can help them. So it's a very personalized approach, rather than, obviously we want to get this mass information out to people, but now because I've gotten that mass information from the survey, now I can really get down into the weeds and I can see how I can make differences in each and every home within my jurisdiction. Now, obviously, if they did not give me their address, I'm not going to be able to do that. But we want to be able to see trends over time, and some people aren't going to want to give us their address, like we've already covered in previous videos. But what this does is this gives me the opportunity to do that. Now, if somebody doesn't want to give me their address at the beginning, they get down to the end and they see that, hey, I need to make some real changes. They can always hit that button on their survey that says, I would like to have more information from my fire department, or I would like to have an in-home visit from my fire department. That gives them the opportunity to do that. So your report is really your backbone for your community risk reduction program. It lets you know where it is that you have needs within the city. It also lets you know how you're doing. You can look at it over time and see if you're improving or not. So let's say that, after a year, we've noticed that our fire station 1, or our states Q through Z, we've improved from 37% all the way up to, 90% that say that they do have a smoke alarm now. Well, maybe it's time to switch over to fire station 2, or maybe we're comfortable with whatever the levels are here, and we see that, let's go to some other category and let's put a little bit more attention there. So rather than working on smoke alarms, because we've gotten that to a level that we're happy with, let's start working on carbon monoxide detectors. So that way it allows you to just make better decisions about what you want to do with your community risk reduction program.